Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Savannah pleads guilty to death by dangerous driving. Reggae singer Savannah has pleaded guilty to the charge of death by dangerous driving. The entertainer, who appeared in the Westmoreland Parish Court on October 31, will be sentenced on November 17 and could face up to 5 years in prison. In May 2021, just 1 week after the singer received her driver's license on May 17, Savannah was involved in a collision that cost a female driver her life. The police reported that she was traveling along the Scotts Cove Main Road in White House, Westmoreland, when the Honda City motor car she was driving collided with a Honda Fit going in the opposite direction. The driver of the other vehicle, Odile Cardell, sustained severe injuries and died on May 30. Mike Henry quits chair of JLP's Central Clarendon Constituency Committee. Veteran parliamentarian and cabinet minister Lester Michael Henry has resigned leadership of the Jamaica Labour's Party JLP Central Clarendon Executive Committee. Henry confirmed that he made the decision to accommodate the elevation of his prestige, Joel Williams, who has been a member of the Clarendon Municipal Community and a personal assistant for almost 30 years, to become the next candidate. Henry told reporters that his decision Sunday not to contest the chairmanship will allow the constituency committee to acknowledge Williams as his successor and give him enough time to canvass for the selection of a new candidate. I told them that I had come to the meeting Sunday to push through his campaign, that I am coming to deal with the constituency issues. But I had to tell them that I am confirming that I am not running again, Henry said. Henry has been the Member of Parliament for Central Clarendon since 1980 and is the longest-serving Jamaican parliamentarian, more than 30 unbreakable years in the Jamaican Parliament. PNP mounts Tufton resignation demonstration outside Spanish Town Hospital. Officials of the opposition People's National Party PNP, along with supporters yesterday morning, staged a demonstration outside the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine, demanding the resignation of Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton over the deaths of 14 babies over a 4-month period at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital. Among those involved in the protest were General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell, Vice President Norman Scott, who is also Mayor of Spanish Town, and councillors of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Campbell asserted that Tufton has failed in his responsibilities and should be removed, and he hit back against former Member of Parliament for Clarendon North Central Perennial Charles Sr., who on Sunday blasted the opposition for its call for Tufton to resign. Speaking at the Clarendon Southeastern Constituency Conference at Vere Technical High School in Hales, Charles Sr. defended Tufton leadership and that of Prime Minister Holness, whom he said has carried Jamaica through the COVID-19 pandemic better than many other countries. He labelled as disrespectful cause by the opposition for Tufton's resignation in relation to the death of the babies. Responding, the PNP General Secretary charged that Charles Sr. should stay out of politics. Colonel Charles Sr. has left the political landscape, and I would encourage him to just stay out of politics because we really do not want to have this to respond to him in certain ways, Campbell said. Campbell stressed that Tufton should be held accountable. That would be more irresponsible and dangerous for us to take that path as a country, Campbell noted. He charged that what is disrespectful is for the health minister to know about an infection in hospitals in July and fail to inform cabinet and the prime minister. I cannot imagine that he's saying that the prime minister of the country cannot deal with certain information. Campbell argued that Tufton should understand that the collective knowledge of all Jamaicans is better than his own individual knowledge, and share the information would help the country to arrive at a solution quicker and ensure that the Jamaican people are being disrespected by saying that they can't handle information. The opposition plans to ramp up demonstrations in other municipalities in their quest to get Tufton to resign. Dr. Defraud of car, money, cops launch search for mechanic. Police in Clarendon are searching for a man who was reportedly given over $200,000 to repair a medical doctor's car, but has not been seen since. It is reported that on September 23rd this year, the doctor's 2011 Subaru Legacy motor vehicle, valued at JM 1.3 million, broke down on the compound of a medical facility in the parish. The police said the man offered to fix the vehicle for him. Both parties went to an auto parts store where the doctor purchased parts for the vehicle. He then handed over the car to the man to conduct repairs. On several occasions, the police said the doctor met with the man and gave him money amounting to $240,000 to purchase parts for the vehicle. The doctor became suspicious when more than a month later, he was unable to receive or see his motor vehicle. He made a report to the police last Wednesday. Lawmen have since been searching for the man and the car. Man escapes injury after tree branch falls on vehicle. A man narrowly escaped injury after a tree branch fell on a parked vehicle in which he was seated at the Manchester Municipal Corporation, as rain and wind associated with Tropical Storm Lisa affected southern parishes. The system triggered a tropical storm watch by the Meteorological Service. Councillor MacArthur Collins, People's National Party New Green Division, who is the owner of the damaged car, said his driver was shaken by the incident. I was at the council at a meeting and the driver was out there. He is lucky as he was in the vehicle. He was frightened and shaken up. He ran out of the vehicle, said Collins. He said the tree branches have been hanging over the council's property from a neighboring business. Mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, told reporters on Monday that there were no other incidents in relation to Tropical Storm Lisa. I haven't received any reports in terms of any flooding, he said. Alligator Pan and Poros, I have been talking with the council for Alligator Pan, and there is nothing that he has reported, said Mitchell. Councillor Claudia Morant-Baker, Jamaica Labour Party Perth Division, said the inclement weather has postponed road work in her division. I am just watching what is happening. I am about to start a project in the St. Toulis area above the Highway 2000, to repair a road there, so I am here, thinking that with the rain, it can cause a damper to it, she said. Met Service says Tropical Storm Watch could be discontinued soon. The Met Service says the Tropical Storm Watch in effect for Jamaica could soon be discontinued. This as Tropical Storm Lisa continues to move west and is expected to leave the waters south of the island. In the meantime, however, tropical storm conditions continue to pose a possible threat to the island. At 4 p.m., the center of the Tropical Storm Lisa was located about 310 kilometers south of Negril Point in Westmoreland. On the forecast track, the center of the Tropical Storm Lisa will continue to move away from Jamaica this evening and pass south of the Cayman Islands on November 1. The system will continue to induce bands of rainfall over sections of Jamaica for the next few days, and residents should remain on the alert for possible flash flooding in flood-prone areas. Fisheries should also remain in exercise caution until all warning messages have been lifted and wind and sea conditions have returned to normal. The Office of the Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPEM) says its National Emergency Response System is on standby. This as Tropical Storm Lisa continues to pass south of the island. General Director of ODPEM Richard Thompson says while the storm is not expected to result in significant wind activity, the agency continues to monitor the system.
It's some distance away from us in terms of the ability to bring any kind of major wind activities to the country. And so because of the current location and the information that we have been getting from the Met Service and the discussion that we have been having with the Met Service since yesterday morning, our National Emergency Response System is currently on standby. The entire parish mechanism is on standby. Those notifications went out yesterday to put the entire disaster risk management response apparatus in country on standby. So that's where we are currently. We are monitoring and tracking the system. And if anything changes in terms of major rainfall activities, then there will be an activation. But for now, nothing major has happened throughout the day. It's a standby process, and we have been just tracking and monitoring the system as it passes.
St. Elizabeth man charged for murder. The police have charged Ricardo Coldspring, 31-year-old unemployed, of Castleton District in St. Elizabeth, with murder after he fatally stabbed a man in Braes River District in St. Elizabeth on Sunday, October 23rd. Dead is 30-year-old Kemar White, a Higler of Gosman District, St. Elizabeth. Reports are that about 10 p.m., Coldspring and White had a dispute when he used a knife to stab White in the chest. White was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The accused was charged after he gave a caution statement and a question and answer session conducted with him. Gun and ammo seized at cemetery in Hanover. The Hanover police are reporting the seizure of an illegal firearm and several rounds of ammunition in the Hopewell Cemetery in Hopewell on Sunday afternoon. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. The police report that about 3:40 p.m., an intelligence-led operation was carried out at the cemetery in search of illegal guns. During the operation, the lawmen carried out a search of persons and the surrounding of a grave that was being dug and discovered a pistol with the serial number erased and a magazine containing 7 live 9mm rounds. The items were seized. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.